Looks like TikTok decided not to wait. Let's get into it. Yo, welcome back. TA-TV. I'm your host, TA. If it's your first time here, once again, I'm TA. If you like to comment, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And also hit that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. Now, it looks like TikTok decided not to wait. The ban was supposed to take effect on Sunday. But it looks like now, come Sunday, TikTok is all the way shut down. You won't even be able to log in. But let's check it out.
All right, breaking news, an earthquake in the world of social media that could be even bigger than we thought. Reports that TikTok is planning to shut down its app to users in the United States this Sunday, the day a federal ban is scheduled to take effect. Now, that ban was supposed to just mean that people couldn't update their apps. This goes much further. This means that people won't even be able to get in to TikTok. This new report comes from the tech site The Information. CNN's Claire Duffy is here. This is a huge deal. This is
Oh, so at first, you could still be on it, but you wouldn't be able to update. Now, I'm sorry, now it's over. It's completely over. This is very bad news for TikTok content creators. A lot of people start making a living off of TikTok, and oh man, where you gonna go now? I know a lot gonna be coming over here to YouTube, and I think there's a couple more apps that are coming out now. But let's finish seeing what they're talking about.
much bigger than we thought it would be and much quicker.
Yeah, I imagine there are some creators on TikTok who are really freaking out now if they weren't already. ByteDance really had three options here. The first was to shut down TikTok altogether when this ban went into effect. The next was to sell TikTok to a non-Chinese owner. They've expressed very little interest so far in doing that, although we may be hearing some negotiating happening soon. And the third option was to essentially do nothing and allow the app stores to ban it, because it was always really the app stores who were on the hook to remove the platform from their app stores. And that's really what we expected, was that people just wouldn't be able to download the app if they got a new phone. They wouldn't be able to update it. But if you had the app on your phone, you would still be able to use it. Now, according to this new report, it sounds like people won't be able to access the app at all. If they go on there, they'll be redirected to a site explaining the ban. Creators may be able to download their data, their old videos, but they won't actually be able to access TikTok. And this may be sort of a negotiating tactic on the part of ByteDance. They obviously are going to have a lot of upset creators, and as they're trying to potentially work out a plan with the new Trump
might have a lot of upset creators. Oh my God. See, the algorithm on TikTok versus YouTube and a lot of platforms is completely different. The pay scale is different. So it would be like a brand new learning curve for them to leave there and then try to learn something else. It'll take forever to start making that revenue again.
Administration that having lots of angry folks in the United States, 170 million American users, could be a leverage point for ByteDance here. We're already seeing creators move to a number of different alternative apps as people try to figure out sort of what's next. And it's not necessarily the Instagrams and the YouTubes that you would expect. There are a lot of new apps that are cropping up, including Lemonade, which is a ByteDance app like TikTok is. Red Note, which is actually a Chinese-owned app as well, and then Flip, Clapper, Fanbase, a number of these other apps that are also short-form video. Creators can make money, so it'll be really interesting if we do see this ban go into effect, whether any of these ends up being sort of the winner over the mainstream apps that we know of.
Yeah, again, this is just such a huge difference from what almost everyone thought this was going to be, which was, you won't be able to put the new app on the phone. It would get a little bit of clunky over weeks or months, but not, I can't get in to watch my cat videos as of Sunday. I mean, I think 170 million people are in for a big surprise. Now, the inauguration is Monday, and as you said, we just don't know how this is going to change or what will play out here.
Yeah, it's a really good question, a big question. And again, let's talk about that second option there, that ByteDance could sell TikTok. Yesterday, we are seeing reports from Bloomberg, from the Wall Street Journal, that Chinese officials are now considering Elon Musk as a possible new American owner for at least part of the U.S. operations of TikTok, which is really interesting, right? Because
does that surprise anybody? I mean, Elon, if Elon got it, what would it become then? Because X is a wild place. You can get a lot of information from X, yeah, but right now, X is the wild, wild west, you understand? And I understand what he's trying to do, trying to help everybody keep their First Amendment rights, you know, freedom of speech and expression of religion and all that stuff. And that was X was supposed to be, when he bought it, it was supposed to be non-restricting to you. You can go on there and you can express yourself. If he gets TikTok, what would that become? It'd be interesting to see, though, to say the least. Let's go.
because Elon Musk already owns X, he could add to his massive social media portfolio that he already has. TikTok called this report pure fiction, but for a lot of logical reasons, it would make sense why the Chinese would consider Elon Musk, a friendlier American owner than a lot of other folks who have put their hands up to buy this platform. Elon Musk has huge business interests in China. It's the second largest market for Tesla. He does a lot of manufacturing there. And so China may see Elon Musk as the best possible option here if they don't win their Supreme Court case.
All right, a lot going on, a lot to watch, and maybe a lot of unhappy people in just a few days. Claire Duffy, thank you very much. With me now is a Democratic senator from the state of Massachusetts, or the Commonwealth, I should have said, Ed Markey. Senator, thank you so much for being with us. If TikTok shuts down in the U.S. on Sunday, what would the impact of that be?
The impact would be dramatic. There are 170 million users of TikTok in the United States. 7 million businesses use TikTok in the United States. All across California right now, families, businesses are using TikTok to create communities, to try to deal with the tragedy that continues to unfold. So if there is, in fact, a ban, if TikTok goes dark on Sunday, it's going to have significant impact in our country. I think older people just don't understand the role which TikTok plays in the culture of people in our country under the age of 40. It is deeply embedded into our country, and that's why I'm going to, on the floor of the Senate today, make a unanimous consent request to pass my legislation to give TikTok another 270 days to negotiate a resolution of this issue. But it would just absolutely be a very significant moment in the history of communications in our country to have a site go dark, just be banned in our country with no other resolution that was in fact made possible.
I had a chance to ask Republican Congressman Dusty Johnson about your proposal for an extension. This is what he said. Listen.
I think it is crazy that we would allow an adversary of the United States to control such a major news outlet. This is not about the content on TikTok. Listen, I get it. People are hungry for their goofy dance videos. There are lots of places they can get that. This is about the fact that we would allow the Chinese Communist Party this kind of access to propaganda channels. We would never have let the Soviet Union buy up the CBS Evening News and the Wall Street Journal. The fact that some...
You see, that's the main concern for the U.S. They figuring, hey, China, you banned it over there. You continue to sell it over here. You got to be using it to spy on us, some kind of way. Spy on our people, to get some classified information. You got to be doing that. So they were going to find a way to get rid of it, if not control it. And that's exactly what you're seeing right now.
Are okay with the Chinese Communist Party running TikTok is hard for me to understand.
He suggests that you're okay with the Chinese Communist Party running TikTok.
The intelligence community produced absolutely no evidence that the Chinese government is compromising this information. It provided no information whatsoever. What we have right now is something completely different. It's a lot more than just cat videos. It's 7 million businesses who use it. It's 170 million Americans who use it every single day, and in many ways very dependent upon it as part of their lives to make a living. There are people in California on Sunday, if this gets cut off, they won't have a way to make a living. They won't have a way to generate income for themselves. That's what we're talking about. We need the Supreme Court to have more time in order to decide this, to create an extension. Donald Trump is asking for an extension for more time so that he can work on this issue as well. That's what my legislation intends on attempting to achieve, and I'm going to do that with Senator Booker and Senator Wyden today.
All right, let me just jump in for a little context here. Number one, the Supreme Court in its questioning
people like Donald Trump looking at their revenue, because there are a lot of people who took these social media accounts like YouTube, TikTok, they went and not monetized it, I'm so sorry, put an LLC beside it, and it became an official business out there, and it's on the records as businesses in a lot of states, and it's bringing in revenue, it's being taxed. So, of course, you're going to have people like Donald Trump that's going to want to stop that. He's going to want to make that money from those taxes. That's what he's thinking about. The more millionaires or people that you have out here making some sort of residual income that can be taxed, oh man, that's all the plus for the U.S.
Seemed to indicate they were going to let this congressionally passed law, a bipartisan law, go through, which would mean the ban would go into effect on Sunday. We think that's where the Supreme Court is going. And I just want to point out, there are Republicans who agree with you, but there are plenty of Democrats who agree with Dusty Johnson. This law was passed by a bipartisan majority and signed in both houses, and signed into law, I should say, by President Biden. You said that President Trump has indicated that he doesn't really want TikTok to go away. Have you had any communication with the incoming Trump administration on this?
Well, he filed a brief at the Supreme Court, an amicus brief. So we know that's there. We also know there's an American company, Project Liberty, that has, in fact, made a proffer to buy TikTok just last week. But there isn't enough time between last Thursday and this coming Sunday in order to finish that deal. So we just need more time. That's what my legislation calls for. Just give them more time to work this out so we don't see harm that is in fact inflicted upon American small businesses and upon individuals in our country.
How would you, there's a report that Chinese officials are musing about selling TikTok to Elon Musk. How would you feel about Elon Musk in charge of TikTok?
Well, obviously, I don't like what TikTok would look like if Elon Musk made it in any way have a resemblance to what he's done with Twitter. But I don't know that. I can't project out what Elon Musk might be doing or whether or not he's even going to win. All I know is that right now there is an offer on the table from Project Liberty, which is a great group led by Frank McCourt. We should give them time in order to negotiate. And then we can avoid the harm which is inflicted upon the small businesses. And again, I'm going to say this, especially those in California. Right now, TikTok is an integral part of the economy. People don't understand that. There's 220,000 jobs in our country that are related to TikTok right now. 7 million businesses use it. Let's let that continue. Let's give them the time right now while the negotiations continue.
Senator Ed Markey from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.